Hi, good morning. I think we need to get started. Grace from DHA is joining us in a few. She's still held up in another meeting, but she has given us her blessings to just proceed with the training. I believe we have Joy from Safaricom.
Yes, I'm here.
Thank you. Yeah, so I just want to confirm if we have everyone from all the counties. So I just want to do a quick check whether we have someone from Siaya. You can just carry up your hands. Do you have ICT team from Siaya? Anyone else from Siaya? Thank you, Noah. Thank you, Evans. Thank you, Benjamin. Beryl, thank you. Who else? Thanks, Martin. So I believe that's all we have from Siaya. So we can just lower our hands so that we can get confirmation from Kisumu. ICT team from Kisumu, just raise up your hands. Kisumu County, thank you, Benson. Thank you, Johannes Imiyu. Thank you, Lawrence. Thank you, Jack. I believe that's all from Kisumu. Homa Bay, just lower your hands, gentlemen. Yeah, Homa Bay. The team from Homa Bay. Thank you, Elizabeth. Who else? Thank you, Duncan. Thank you, Peter. Anyone else? Okay. You can lower your hands. Yeah, Jack and Elizabeth, just lower your hands, please. Thank you. ICT team from Kilifi. Thank you, Eunice. Thank you, Maureen. Who else from Kilifi? Thank you, Monaisha. Anyone else from Kilifi? Okay, thanks. You can just lower your hands. Yes. Next, I think we can confirm if we have partners in the training. If you are a partner, just raise up your hand. Thank you, Joseph Mwinzi. Who else? Martin again. Thank you. Okay. So I don't know. Maybe we can just confirm if we have everyone we need from the JS team. Frida, could you confirm that we have everyone we needed for Kisumu? Thank you. Ajwang? I think Ajwang is on another call. Moses? All right. So I think then we can just get started. The rest will get us on the way. So once again, good morning and welcome to this short training. So the objective of this training is to take you through the process of configuring the biometric readers using the DHA supplied devices that you have out there in your respective counties.
So the Safaricom team will take us through that process and show us what we need to do, and also show us where to get the application for purposes of installation. All right. So Joy, I don't know if you can just take it away in the interest of time, so that you can just get started. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Bernard. Allow me to share my screen. So I hope you can see my screen. So I'll be taking you through the process of installing the HealthID and starting our visits and all the probable issues you may encounter during the whole process. So the software enables SHA Biometrics Identification HealthID Installation Guide. So the software enables biometrics verification of patients at health facilities, making the authentication process more legitimate, quicker, and accommodating to all our patients out there. So you might ask why they opted for biometrics. One is that it's accurate authentication. So it ensures that patient's identity is accurately verified, reducing the possibility of fraud and improving security. It also has an OTP alternative, so it accommodates all patients without even phone numbers, ensuring all patients can access healthcare services regardless of their communication capabilities. It's also quicker. It's faster than waiting for the OTP to get there, and it's a SHA requirement. So how do you install the HealthID on tablets? So first of all, you require your tablets that is DHA issued and or purchased, a scanner that is also DHA issued, or existing SHA scanners. If you already had scanners prior, you just continue using the same scanners. So for you to be able to use the scanner, you first need to disconnect the keyboard from the tablet. So you can do this by completely disconnecting the keyboard and the tablet, or you can place a paper in between that, because the tablet is not able to, their tablets are not able to sense two devices at once. So it either senses that the keyboard or senses the tablet. So they have to disconnect the keyboard for them to be able to proceed with the scanner. So this is sorry. So I'll now play a short video on how to install the HealthID on tablets. So basically, I'll just explain what the video showed you. So for one to be able to download the HealthID, they need to go to the Play Store. Go to the landing page, you will see the Play Store icon. Click on it and open it. Inside the Play Store, search for the SLID ID or SHA. So you'll see something like this. And then you just click on it and click install. Once it's installed, you just click open. And that's how it's downloaded onto the tablet. So for one to be able to log in, they require their SHA provider portal, their login credentials. That is their email and password. And then they can just click login and proceed. Allow the biometric scanner to connect. So once you plug the scanner back in, a pop-up will appear. This is after you've already downloaded it. So you have to make sure that the scanner is working properly. So a pop-up will appear on your screen asking you to allow the device. It will also display the name of the scanner it will be displayed. So when they tell you if they're having an issue or something, you can just ask them what scanner is being displayed, if any is being displayed. And if it's not, you just tell them to disconnect the keyboard or place a paper between them two, and then the scanner will be able to function properly. It's advisable to do a quick test to make sure that the scanner is properly working. So they will just click test capture and then just place any finger on the scanner. So once it's done, it will tell you it will show you like it's okay, like the scanner is working properly and you're able to proceed. So you'll just click on back and then, sorry. Sorry, a minute. My laptop has hanged. One minute, please. Okay. No, so that's how you install the HealthID on desktop. So let me take you through the quick journey on how to install the same on desktops. So for desktops, for this, they require the normal desktop setup. This includes the PC, the CPU, their mouse, and their keyboard. So for this, they'll also require a memory of 2 GB RAM, an interface of USB 2.0, and an operating system. So this will require Windows 10 or Windows 11. So for them to be able to check which Windows they have installed currently, they can just search under the settings, search for Windows, and it shows you which Windows is in your machine. So for the biometric reader, before installing HealthID, connect the biometric reader to your computer using a USB cable. Ensure the connection is secure. So for this, there are usually ports in front of the CPU or behind. So either can be used for this, it's okay. And they have to make sure that the internet is completely stable as they're doing the installation. So if they're using hotspot, they require at least 300 MBs because the LID takes up to 75 MBs. So they just need to make sure that throughout the installation process, their internet connectivity is very stable because otherwise it will take very long to install or it might not even complete installing. So for the installing on desktops, this is how you do it. Okay, so I'll basically explain what the video I just showed us. So for them to be able to download the HealthID on desktops, they are still required to log into the provider portal. So for this, they still require their SHA, email, and password. And then they'll go there on top of the top bar, click on help, Under help, they need to click on download biometric server installer from the drop-down menu that is provided. After that, 3 dots will appear. So when you click on it, it will give you this. Make sure you trust the HealthID staging.ex before you open it. They just need to click on keep it anyway. And then it will finish downloading. So once it's finished downloading, now this is how they install it. So they go to their downloads on files, just double click on it, then click on get started. For facilities who had already like previously installed, just tell them to click uninstall to remove the old versions of them. And then they'll be required to enter their credentials for them to proceed with the installation. So once the installation starts, they need to wait for all the 4 files to complete downloading. So up until it shows 4 out of 4, 100% complete, they need to make sure that the internet is very stable throughout the process. And when you're like 90% done with the installation, such a pop-up will appear. So they need to click on install, then finish to proceed. So now you've downloaded them. Now, how do you use the Kenyan ID on Kenya EMR? Kenya EMR is Kenya Electrical Medical Records. So this is where all the Kenyan medical records will be kept. So for this, there's a short video for that. Input the patient's ID and click on search for patient. An OTP is required to verify that it's the actual patient, and it will be sent to their registered phone number. Once the OTP is sent, ask them for the OTP and input it. Click verify, then click check-in. So once you click check-in, you need to select the visit type, the patient category, the mode of payment, the insurance scheme that they will be using, the package, the intervention, then verify and start a visit. Then click use of biometrics. So a little bit of explanation on that. So to log in, they require their username and password. And then to registration, they need to select the ID type. For this, we can have the patient's passport number, birth certificate number, alien ID, refugee ID number, or the national ID. So for this scenario, we'll be using the national ID. So you'll input the patient's ID and click search. Once you click search, the patient's details will be displayed, then click on send OTP. So we are sending OTP to actually verify that this is the patient. This is the actual patient that we are saying is actually there in front of us. So if they have an issue of, say, the patient is saying they can't see the OTP or they've not received it, you can ask them, is like the actual registered number, is it the one that you're still using? If it's not, then they need to change their phone number into the system. Other than that, obtain the OTP from the patient and enter it to verify their consent before proceeding. So once the OTP has been verified, proceed to check-in member. So click on check-in. Select visit type. For example, it can be outpatient, inpatient, casualty, or emergency. Then select the patient category, the mode of payment. select the insurance that the patient will be using, then select SHA. Select the specific intervention that the patient came in for. And once you make sure that all the details are okay, they can now proceed to verify and start a visit. So once you click on it, you have two options of using. You can either use the biometrics or use OTP. So we'll start first with the biometrics journey. So you use biometrics, you click on use of biometrics. It will take you to where they are now supposed to place a finger on the scanner. So for this, the fingers that can be placed on the scanner at the time will be displayed for them. So on the screen right now, it says we can either put the right index and thumb finger or the left index and thumb finger. So they can place any of the four that is shown, that is highlighted. That's the only finger that they can place on the scanner. So the biometric fingerprint verification process has a timer of 60 seconds. That's about 10 minutes. So this gives them ample time to slowly put the fingerprint on the scanner with no rushing or no mistakes. If it's not successful, they have 3 tries. If not, if it keeps failing, they can just try and switch to a different finger since 4 options are given. So they can use either of the 4. So for this also, you need to make sure you tell them that their scanner needs to be clean, should not have any moisture, dust, any particles. That includes their fingers and also the scanner itself. They need to have a very clean surface so that the scanner is able to read the biometric properly. Also, sometimes a little bit of pressure is needed to be applied on the finger, and it needs to be placed very flatly on the scanner. Wasiweke kando kando, place it very flatly on the scanner. So once the biometric has been verified, the visit shall automatically start and notification shall be sent as indicated as such. So some of the issues you might get, one is poor quality fingerprints. So when we get poor fingerprints, the patient should retry with a different finger, or also they can just wipe down that finger and make sure it's clean, or also wipe down the scanner. So during the retry, they should apply some pressure and clean the scanner surface to ensure that they capture the fingerprint properly. If it says no match, they need to retry with a different finger. If it totally fails, that's now when you request for OTP whitelisting. If they happened not to be templated, you still require just to capture their fingerprints. Capture one fingerprint for further analysis. Once captured, you will get the message, no biometrics found, captured successfully. Click on proceed to registration, and an OTP will be sent that can be used as an alternative verification method before they are templated into the system. So for OTP and edge cases, for this, you need to request for whitelisting. So some of the edge cases are like our oncology patients, people watu uchuna nini majani, tea leaves placards, because their fingerprints, it kind of erases their fingerprints and all that. Also, if you keep trying and placing your fingerprint on the scanner and it's not working, also for that you have the option of requesting OTP whitelisting. So for this, you'll click on request OTP whitelisting. Yeah, click on OTP whitelisting. A reason is needed to be given and a justification. So if the reason is already in the drop down that is there, tell them to select from the drop down, because then that counts as automatically whitelisted. If it's not, then they'll have to wait for at least 24 hours for them to be, if they click other and describe it, then they'll have to wait for at least 24 hours for them to be whitelisted. So if the reason is under the drop down, just select it, give a justification, and if you're requesting because you attempted placing the fingerprints multiple times and it failed, then you can also put the biometric attempts that you had. If you had 2, 5, whatever the amount is, just input it there. So once you put all those details in and attach the necessary evidence that's required, then just they need to click on submit request, and then that's it. And that's how the request for OTP whitelisted. Yes, I think that's it from me. When do you use national ID and when do you use fingerprints to identify a patient? Sakira, what do you mean? Because you use national ID immediately when the patient comes in. And then you use the fingerprints once you start a visit. So once, this is the point where you use a national ID. At this point, where the patient has come in and you need to look up their details, that's when you use their national ID to look them up. And then once you go through the whole journey of requesting the OTP and it's sent to their registered phone number, and then you check in and you start a visit. So once you start a visit is when now you need to place, sorry for the background noise, but they need to place now any of the templated fingerprints onto the scanner. So one is used before you even start the visit. That's when the patient comes in and you ask them for their ID so that you can look them up in the system. And the other one is used after when you want to start the visit now properly. I hope I've answered your questions, Sakina. Any more questions or clarifications?
If you have any question, just raise up your hand so that you get the mic.
Yes, Esther, unfortunately, yes, they do have to wait 24 hours. That's why we are saying if the reason is already listed there in the drop down, just select it because then it will be automatically whitelisted. But if the reason is not provided there, and then you click other and explain it, they'll just have to wait for the 24 hours for them to be whitelisted.
Benson, proceed with the question.
Why do you provide a tablet gadget that doesn't sense both the scanner and the keyboard at the same time?
Benson, I don't think I'm at a position to answer that because I don't personally issue the tablets. But this tablet as is right now cannot sense the two at the same time. Evelyn, I think I'll just have to share the user guides after this, and then you can go through it. But I think we have other sessions running through the week, so I think you'll be able to join the next session. But I will share the user guides with you guys after this. Any more questions, clarifications? Yes, Bennett.
Yeah, thanks, Joy, for that. Quick one. Noticed some of the scanners, when they are connected, do not give like continuously on power, and then when it's connected to the tablet as well, in some instance it's detected as an unknown device. In some other instances, it's not. So we're just wondering how to troubleshoot when the scanner is either being sensed or not, and why some, for some reason, are not like continuously powering on. Do you know this?
I really don't know the troubleshooting bit of it, but I will consult and have it sound ready for the next session. Is that okay?
Okay.
Yeah, thank you so much for that. Thank you so much for that. Mine is on the installation of the HealthID. Sometimes you are told that you don't have the rights to install on the tablets. It's like we don't have those administrative rights. Well, in that case, how do we go about it?
Sometimes you don't have the rights to install.
To download the HealthID and install. It's like it needs to be pushed from remotely.
Okay, give me 1 minute, I ask. So on the administrative rights, I've been told you can contact the person for Kenya UMAR, and they can help get administrative rights. But if you're using Linux, as per the moment, it's not supported, but we are currently working on it to make it supported. I don't know if that answers your question.
Joy, I think the question is not pretty much on the operating system. It's about the tablets, the DHA supply tablets that are out there. I think there's some certain restrictions on installation. They don't allow you to install anything. So I don't know if this app from the Google Play is exempted and it can install successfully on the device.
I think it can, because according to what I was told, this is the journey I know. And I'm trying to consult with Timothy, but that's what he's told me.
Yeah, I think it will be important to establish that because I think after this training, the team will start supporting facilities to install this particular device. So it will be good to confirm that they'll be able to install on the DHA supplied devices, because 90% of the facilities represented here are using the DHA supplied tablet. Very few, if any, are using laptops or desktops.
Okay, this is picked, and I will make sure I get all the details and even answer in the chat later. Okay, thank you. Yes, Lawrence?
Yeah, I hope you can hear me now. Joy.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, I wanted to find out the devices. What's their lifespan, if you could know, and also in terms of the security and the way the fingerprints are stored. Are they stored as images or they are encrypted? Thank you.
Okay, so I don't know the lifespan for the devices, but the fingerprints are encrypted, but they are fetched from the NRB. So they're fetched from the NRB, but they are encrypted. I don't know if that answers it, but they're not saved as images.
Thank you.
Hello.
Yeah, so sorry, I think the mic is still on. I wanted to find out, in case of a mistake, how do you correct that? What I mean is a patient has come, but the fingerprint captured is for a different person. Is that corrected?
The fingerprints captured, like at the fingerprints captured is for a different person. See, I think it will tell you, like, it will not match. Or what do you mean?
There is the point of registration. And that is what I'm referring to. At the point of registration, yes.
And then they place the finger, but they place the wrong person's finger.
Yes.
It will bring back an error because that's not the person's fingerprints. And then you'll be required to, because it gives you 3 attempts, yeah? So if the first one you place and it's the wrong fingerprint or the wrong person, the second time, then you just require the second person to put the right fingerprints on. But it will not proceed since it's the wrong person's fingerprint. No, whitelisting is when the OTP is not working. That does not allow installations. That's just when the biometrics is not working, that's when now there's the test for whitelisting instead. So that's just for the point where they need to start a visit, not for installations. But I will ask what happens when you cannot install on the tablet.
So let me ask, I think, good morning, and I apologize for joining late. Thank you, Joy, for joining this session, even short notice, because nilijua uliambiwa jana usiku, so thank you for being available. So just to add on to your comment here, Noah, the issue is from the conversations so far I've had with your team, the tablets ideally are already supposed to have the health ID application there. Is that true?
Yes.
Okay. So just in case kuna zenye hazina, then we can get the app from Play Store.
Yes.
Have the tablets been locked from downloading the app in Play Store?
So I don't think they are locked, but I can confirm because from what I was told is if they don't come already installed, option to be able to download it yourself. And if you need administrative rights, you can reach out to the Kenya EMR team to give you the administrative rights to be able to download it.
No, not Kenya EMR. Unajua hapa sasa tunaongelelea different application, the health ID. And the health ID is on Safaricom side, you know. So if the tablets first, let's just moving systematically. First things first is that all tablets ideally should have come preloaded with the health ID app. That is what I got.
Yes.
Then from there, if there's any that is missing or the app that is on the device is refusing to launch, they can download from Play Store. And from what I've gotten, the Play Store download has not been locked.
Yes.
So Noah, let's work with those two avenues first, and then the outliers that may come zenye zinashindwa kudownload from Play Store na hazina app for tablet. You can forward those to Safaricom, and then we can I don't know, unlock for the APK push. That is so far the instruction I've gotten.
Yes, but I can also ask for an alternative way. But for now, I'll just push it to Safaricom.
Okay. I think I dropped off. I apologize. I think that should work. And for the outliers that remain, you can share in your groups, and then you can forward Safaricom for now the final option. So, but is there any other thing that is pending? Esther, I see your hand is up. Is this an old hand or? Esther? Okay, Otieno, let me return the session to you so that you can finalize. But just to give my remarks now. As DHA, we expect that this rollout will be starting today. For most of your counties, the provider portal goes out tonight. So as sooner we start handling these issues, the easier it will be for transition. CI should already be up, so these are some of the issues that will be coming across. Please support your facilities. Homa Bay and Kilifi and Kisumu, the upgrades will be done by sometime during the day. We'll keep you updated so that you can ensure that when the facilities are going down, you at least know what is happening. When the facilities are being upgraded, that is. So in case anything comes up, we in all your forums will be there to support. But please know you're our first line of defense. And that is a very heavy responsibility. If you want to learn more about the eClaims, the Kenya EMR eClaims for PHC that we're currently rolling out, you can join the session that is starting now at 9 a.m. or you can go to YouTube and share the link and see the sessions that we've previously been doing. I think that's it from me. Otieno?
Yeah, thanks, Grace, for that. I also maybe just to suggest, because I know there are some questions that have not been clearly responded to, especially for in case there are devices that are unable to install the health ID or if they encounter certain problems. it would be good to just have share maybe a direct link if it is a phone call or something, maybe a phone contact that guys in the field can quickly call if they encounter any challenges as they go about supporting the facilities. So if they can get that direct line, I think it would make things easier so that they are sorted in real time. Joy, I don't know if you may have that contact that you can provide so that this team can be able to reach out whenever they have problems.
So I've seen my colleague has said that they just need to share the account name and the tablet's IME. So they can reach out to the 147 team. So they can call 147 for assistance. If they have any issues. I don't think I'm at a liberty to share anyone's personal number without consulting with them.
I don't know if it is on my end. I didn't get you clearly. I think your network was breaking.
Oh, sorry. I'm saying I've seen my colleague has said that they need to share the accounting name in the tablet IME if they are restricted from downloading the HealthID on Play Store.
Where should they share this?
1 minute.
Let me help Joy with this. I will add the Safaricom teams to the county support groups that you already have, so that if anything comes up, they can handle it from there. So you can just share the county and the IMEI and the issue that is there to your county support group. I'll be adding the Safaricom teams there so that they can also have visibility and support. Joy, does that sort you guys?
Yes, that does.
Okay.
Great. Yeah, so I think then that's okay. Benson, you have some question? I can see your hand.
Yes, please. Very quick one. In the event you are registering a patient and the patient doesn't have fingerprints, what do you do then?
They don't have fingerprints, meaning it's not templated.
A patient without fingerprint, without
then you
fingers,
just
sorry.
request for OTP while testing.
Okay.
So, Joy, just to add to that question, how do we identify minors because we don't have their fingerprints templated in the national system?
Identify minors?
Yes.
I'm not very sure on that. Let me ask.
Yeah, sasa kama mtoto ndo unajua Monday, Tuesday na Wednesday inakuwa siku ya clinic. Sasa mtoto ndo amekuja hospitali. So huyo tunamstatia visit na nini, ama hiyo itabidi tu tumerequest OTP?
Request OTP, but we had started capturing fingerprints for minors.
But those ones are too small. The ones that have started in Kenyatta, they're around, I don't know, from 7 or 8 years going up. But now
7
for the
to
babies,
17 years. So for
yes,
the minors, you go through the parents' journey as usual. So OTP?
Okay, I think that's clear. Is that clear to the rest of the teams? When you have babies, children, not babies really, but children who are below 7, even, I don't think has the minor identification for 7 to 17 gone outside Kenyatta? Because last I checked, it was so far only being done in Kenyatta. So is this something that we can also use? Sorry?
Yeah, the deployment is going in phases. So I don't think it's really going very out there.
Okay, so
OTP still works for now.
Yeah, so for children, minors, we use OTP.
Yes.
Okay, I think that's clear. Thank you.
Okay, then I think if there are no further comments or questions, we can end it here. I think just like what Grace has said, so from this training, as the technical team in the counties, the expectation is that you'll start reaching out to your facilities, ensure that you're able to help them set up the devices so that as soon as the provider portal is off, these facilities will be ready and able to submit claims through the system. In case of any technical challenges, share on the wall, as Grace has stated, the Safaricom team will be on these walls so that they're able to sort you out in near real time. Yeah, otherwise, I think we'll end it at this. Thanks for finding time to join the trainings. Should there be any need to redo this training based on the challenges or experiences that you're going to have in the field, we'll not hesitate to have another session. So just let us know. Otherwise, thanks and have a great day. Bye and over.